welcome everyone to the June full moon meditation from Meditation Mountain, Ojai. Wonderful to have you join us and for us to share virtual space together at this very critical and momentous time on our planet. So we've arrived at the third of the three major festivals of the spiritual year that began in the fire sign of Aries with Easter. And this had the theme of regeneration and resurrection. And then last month, we continued in the earth sign of Taurus with the Wesak festival and the blessing of the earth by the Buddha. And now we have the culmination of these three festivals in the air sign of Gemini with the festival of Goodwill, also known as the Festival of Humanity or the Festival of Unification. Take your pick. And this is a festival that calls us to service. And last month, I mentioned that the Buddha and the Christ are more than religious personages. We hold them to be great exemplars and way showers of our own evolutionary journey. They achieved that to which we aspire, and they reached a degree of mastery and as embodiments of light and love, respectively. So what they did, we will do. And it's great to have people who have gone before us to show the way. So in religions grew up around them, but they themselves never set out to be religious leaders. They were in a deep quest for truth. The Buddha searching for the cause of suffering and the ways of overcoming it. And then he became enlightened as the Buddha of light. And the love aspect, where the Christ was exploring what it means to walk the path of love and embody that. So an ancient legend tells us that at the time of the June full moon, which is now, Christ gives again the last sermon of the Buddha that explains the cause of suffering and how to overcome it. And therefore, it links the full enlightenment of the pre-Christian era and the wisdom of the Buddha to the cycle of distribution of the energy of love, for which Christ is responsible as the eldest in a great family of brothers and sisters, as the quote goes. And I believe this festival has added significance this year because of the present crisis we find ourselves in. We have the coronavirus, we have civil unrest, not only here in the United States, but around the world. It's a time of discontinuity. However, it offers an opportunity to anchor the light of a new day in our hearts and in the hearts and minds of all humankind. So we stand together at a momentous choice point, either going back to the old familiar normal or daring to go forward to a new normal founded on higher values, qualities, and spiritual norms. It's our choice. So it really does feel as though we're living in the times of prophecy. And one of the things about prophecy is that there is a great wisdom in what it tells. For instance, if we go to the doctrine of avatars, we can learn a lot about what is to come. In the meditation, Diana will be referring to the coming one. And the phrase is, may the coming one return to earth. So what is the nature of this coming one? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna as the soul, or Krishna as Christos, the Christ presence, declares, whenever there is a withering of the law and an uprising of lawlessness on all sides, then I manifest myself for the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of such as do evil. For the firm establishing of the law, I come to birth age after age. So how is that relevant now? Well, if we look at the major religions, they all have an expectancy around the coming one. For the Jewish people, it is the Messiah. For some of the Muslim sects, it's the Imam Mahdi. For the Christians, it's the return of the Christ. And for Buddhists, it's the coming of the Lord Maitreya. So let me offer another way of viewing this. What if the coming one and the accompanying band of helpers is really the universal first responders, the people that responded to the emergency call that we placed because of the conditions upon our planet? The cry from the heart of humanity evoked a response. And the forces that are on their way are the spiritual first responders. Now, I don't believe they've come to bail us out. I believe that help that is coming to show us the light we seek and give us the strong aid of their compassion and wisdom. So let's connect this to Meditation Mount and the work that is our mission. Our lineage is part of the trans-Himalayan wisdom tradition. And those of you who know the history, as Florence Garrigue, at the age of 80, founded Meditation Mount at the eastern end of the Ojai Valley. She was guided and inspired by Roberto Assagioli, the Italian psychologist, who really was the godfather of the whole creative meditation movement around the world, and really an overlighting force for Meditation Mount. Now, I mentioned Roberto and Florence because both of them were very close friends of Alice Bailey. And Alice Bailey, as you know, was the amanuensis, or what I call the telepathic secretary, who took dictation at a distance from the Master DK while he was head Lama of a Buddhist monastery in Tibet. And this relationship, we know, gave us this vast resource of wisdom we call the Blue Books. So this is our lineage. And although we have our roots in this lineage, the fruits of our labors are for everyone. So 71 years ago, at the time of the June full moon, while reflecting on the coming one, Alice Bailey received an impression that she called, "I stand and wait, thoughts on the reappearance of the Christ." And because of our lineage and because of this message received, it seemed to be appropriate today to share her words to prepare the field for our group meditation. Let me say, though, please be aware that this was written back in 1949, and therefore the language doesn't reflect the gender sensitivity of today. So please make allowances for that. I'm not going to change Alice's words. I want to simply share the words that she registered and recorded. I stand and wait, the one who loves all men and things. I stand and wait with mind upon the will of God and heart wrapped up in love of all mankind. Around me also wait the many sons of men who eon after eon have found the hard and thorny way which leads into the presence of the one who ever holds the light. They know the hour has come, but wait the rising call which day by day is gathering force out of humanity's distress, men's need and agony. Attentive also to another rising call, the center where the will of God is known also awaits a summons from the Christ and his united servers, the forces of the light. The planet stands arrayed, watching and waiting for the crisis point of men. The hour has struck. Each year at my full moon, a note sounds forth and rings around the earth, meeting response from those who know me well, the one they serve in self-forgetfulness, with confidence and with surety in the plan. To them goes forth the message from myself, not from a master, but from the one who in wisdom and in love presides over the plans of hierarchy and the work of those who love their fellow men. I say, keep close in touch with me and with the master who surveys your life. With us are found the forces of the living light and love which you must use. Keep close to us and day by day draw on that strength and knowledge which we have and which is also yours. Let naught disturb the acquiescent calm which keeps you close in touch, which brings you light and understanding, and which keeps you steadfast on the way. We know that you are there, serving and struggling, learning how to work, and dealing with the plans which will prepare my way. Knowledge will come of how to work and where to find the men whose hallmark of divinity is clearly seen in the way they love their fellow men. They are the ones we need, and they are the ones who can prepare my way. Keep close to men and see within mankind the working of the plan, which will bring us to the outer realm of life. I stand in readiness, and so do those who live and serve the plan. They stand with me in ordered ranks, waiting the call to come. Say to mankind, the time is ripe. The hour has come. The Christ is on his way. Nearer he comes, and those who walk that way with him have lived and suffered and have left behind that which you now endure. But we have not left the sons of men behind. We now return to bring you light and life and peace, a peace which now can be because goodwill is largely mankind's inner urge. Thus will be brought full glory to the greatest one whom I and you and all men serve, even though they know it not. The path which I must tread to reach your place is one of light. Its quality, goodwill, and it is almost ready for my feet. Work on. Failure is not for you. I come. So with those reflections of Alice Bailey ringing in the ethers, Diana will now lead us in meditation.
That was beautiful, Michael. Thank you. And thank you, Meditation Mount. And thank you all people of goodwill as we stand and wait for this new incoming light, consciousness, awareness. Here we are at this third of the three festivals, Gemini, the air, the expression of, the dissemination of this accumulating light that we've been building over these last months. And this light increasing reminds me of inhale, Aries, Hold, Waisak. Exhale, Gemini. So we're on the exhalation portion of this cycle that is powerful. And it's about this gathered light that is beyond mind, beyond our thinking, that is impressionistic and beginning to form into thoughts, into creations, into inventions, into solutions, into peace, into harmonizing this dissonance that is all around us and within us sometimes, and to balance these energies by our meditation practice, and to organize ourselves so that we are receptive to this light. So as we move into the meditation, we are aligning ourselves with light. I had a dream just a couple nights ago that my job in the world was to tune the trees. And I knew that if I just a little bit turned them this way and that way, that the rings within the tree would realign just subtly, and a whole new outcome for trees would be that they could continue, that they would thrive. But there needed to be an adjustment, you know. When we meditate, it's like that. We are being adjusted inside the vehicle of ourself being adjusted to the group work, the group soul, that we are adjusting with each other as well, with all that is the plan, the divine plan. One of my friends, Sharon, said the other day, sometimes the plan has different plans than what we think. And these times are a little like that, a little discordant, a little disharmonious, as we are collectively as a world making adjustments, tuning ourselves to a higher plan. So in that spirit, we'll move into the meditation by first clearing the fields of the bodies. And I want you to do this in your own space, to use your own sound to harmonize the physical, the emotional, and the mental bodies, just with yourself. And so first the physical body, inhale. Om. Aligning the emotional body, inhale. Aligning the mental bodies. And then taking a silent Om now, as you align the bodies all together in harmony with an exhalation. As you start to enter the space like sacred space, like the inner cathedral, you enter the space of the cave center in the heart of the head. And hold your point of awareness here, like you're under the great dome of the canopy of the sky, or the dome of the cathedral, or the top of the teepee, in your space, in the head center. And take a breath here and organize yourself in this place from the ajna center to the head center. feeling the state of your union within the self, with the relationship with the soul. And take your seat here as conscious soul. I am conscious soul. I am the soul incarnate. Om. And then begin to feel the radiance that emanates from the light of the cave that's within you, like a diamond that is inwardly lit. That consciousness that is you begins to radiate and create radiance. And that is the key word for this time of Gemini, Sun, Solar, Sagittarius, full moon, action, truth. Radiance, light, is the key word for Gemini. We're in the solar month, Gemini. And begin to feel that radiance emanating now in big waves, rainbow waves of light that emanate out from this single point within the heart of the head, like a crystal, within the heart of mind, within the heart of the cave. From this place, gently be aware of the heart center and the etheric heart, and be aware also of the mother of the world, the center of the earth, all from the positioning of the head center. Radiance. Use this word as you move through the points. And from this place, feeling the soul, the light of the soul with you, linked with it. I am the soul. And I always think of it like a ladder, you know, going up to higher and higher and higher frequencies, vibrations that move from the heart of mind, heart of the cave, to the heart of the soul, to the heart of the sun, to the heart of the masters, all the way to the heart of Sirius, heart linking. And feel this connection, that you're hooked up to this divine plan, to this transmission of light and all the intelligence that comes with that light. From this place, we're going to enter a space of silence for about 10 minutes. And I want you to just feel like you're the satellite dish collector of light, just letting yourself be infused by light. With all this linking with higher and higher and higher vibration. And from this place, we'll use this seed thought in the silence. I stand in the light of soul awareness. I stand in the light of soul awareness. And when we are complete, we're going to add 2 words. And glow. It's like a two-parted seed thought. So the first part is, and I'll say it again at the end, I stand in the light of soul awareness. I stand in the light of soul awareness. Feel this light moving like snowflakes, like little light beams that touch your skin and touch your cells and touch your DNA and touch your consciousness. This soft snow light. I stand in the light of soul awareness and glow. Literally experiencing as above, so below. This light infusion, this light consciousness becomes a radiance. As above, so below. And gently from the ajna center, as you start to draw this energy down into the reception of the physical body and the physical brain, into forms and thoughts in these days to come and now. Feel this radiance, this glow, moving out to the world. As within, so without. As a radiance to the world. Feeling this light attunement to every being, all blessings, to all beings, all blessings. We're going to close this meditation with the adapted version of the Great Invocation for these new times, these slightly tuned words of the Great Invocation for the times that we're in. And we'll end with 3 ohms to let that radiance even more and just see the world just receptive also, no matter how it may appear, that it is also the soul of every single being can hear this note through our ohms. So if you know this, you can say it with me, or you can just listen to the words and this slightly different version of it today. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into human minds. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into human hearts. May the coming one return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide all little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the human race, Let the plan of love and light work out. And may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.
Coming out of the meditation, let us imagine that we are gathered together in our light bodies at Meditation Mount, here at the eastern end of the valley. And social distancing doesn't apply when we're in our light bodies. So all of us can gather here at the Mount. We can intermingle and blend auras. In fact, the blending of our auras today creates a chalice. And this is the chalice that has received the light, the Christic light. And it is now the chalice that will pour forth the blessings to the world. So let us, in our imagination, stand as one single group. And we lift up the chalice of our group heart. And we pour out into the world great waves of light and loving kindness. They stream out from our heart to touch the hearts and minds of all of our sisters and brothers in this one human family. Just visualize and sense these waves rolling around the planet, touching hearts and minds, and awakening each person to the truth of their essential divinity and the fact that the fire of love burns within each human heart, uniting us as one. And these blessings change the spiritual climate of our planet. More light is now present. More is now possible. So group meditation is a service to humanity, where we receive, we register, and we radiate. So thank you to everyone for being part of this act of service, act of blessing. And we invite you to join us a month from now, 6 p.m. Pacific time, on Saturday, July the 4th. And this will be the next full moon in the solar sign of Cancer. And we also invite you to remain in this shared virtual space. We'll keep it open. This is a collective field that we've generated together that's full of light and full of peace. And so if you wish to take further time to reflect and assimilate what has been received, please do so. And we'll have music playing, and we'll keep the space open for as long as it's needed. Thank you, everyone. Blessings to all beings.